Hello, everybody. Everybody being all two of you. It's going to be a sweet, small group today, and that's all right. Again, I'm Nadine McCormick, Public Information Officer for Annapolis Remo, and I have here with us today Deputy Warden Dustin Enslow. So as we have in the past, we will let Deputy Warden give a brief update, and then we can open floor for questioning. Deputy Warden, would you like to start?
Sure, thank you very much. Welcome everyone, even though it's only two today, which is good. Hopefully we might have a smaller amount of questions. So for the first part we'd like to talk about today is the update on the fire itself. As we are all aware, the fire is still out of control. They haven't been able to make the berms the whole way around it. It is holding at around around 8,200 hectares, which works out to be about 82 square kilometers. No reports of damage from the past couple of days, and crews are working together to to make sure that they work on the spots as well as the high heat sources. So they have a lot of aircraft on the ground. Yesterday, it was nice to see them dumping or picking out of the Annapolis River. So on the ground today, they have 11 helicopters, 6 fixed-wing aircraft, and 1 spotter. They have 70 pieces of heavy equipment, 16 DNR professionals, 60 members from Ontario, and 66 local firefighters. So as you can imagine, this is still out of control, and it still needs a huge amount of resources. We've been fairly lucky since Sunday that the weather's somewhat been on our side. We haven't had large winds. So they've been able to really target certain areas and really work on the fire guards, which are making sure that they have adequate roads and breaks within the fire to make sure that it doesn't spread. We're continuing to hope for rain as well as less wind. The estimated size of the fire will continue to fluctuate as it grows, of course. Over the weekend, hopefully, we're not going to see any growth in the actual size, but we're still continuing to see a lot of intensity of the areas that are actually currently on fire. But they are making some good progress, and we truly have the best people needed fighting this fire. And there'll be an update from DNR and ourselves later on in the day. So now on to more county related things. We just want to pass on a few items. So the province has partnered with the Salvation Army to double the impact, which means that for every dollar that is donated to the Salvation Army, this province is going to match that. So it's really going to benefit our community. So they've seen great success in other provinces, and the fact that they've partnered with the Salvation Army that are currently working on our behalf to manage donations means that they have a commitment at the local level. That way we can ensure that it stays at the local level and to support the people that need it the most. We are continuing to work with the province on different examples of needs and needs assessments as we go through this time. We're very fortunate to have a great relationship with the province, which includes Department of Natural Resources, Department of Emergency Management, DFO, among the others, as well as great partnerships with the Red Cross and the Salvation Army and the local firefighters. Today, you may have already heard from a press release that we have extended the local state of emergency for an additional 7 days. But with that, I want to share that just like the last time we extended it, does not mean that when the time comes that things are safe and we can allow people to start returning back to their homes that were evacuated. They're not related. So we can still be in a local state of emergency, and we can still allow people to go back to their homes when that time comes. The local state of emergency just helps us continue getting the support and resources that we need to fight this fire, as well as support our residents. Another thing that we have successfully worked with the province on is the navigation program. So we're currently the hire process to hire a navigator that will start tomorrow. And this position is managed by the municipality. They are solely meant to support the people affected by this wildfire. So an example would be if you lost your home or if it was damaged and you have insurance, they will help you walk through that process and provide support in filling out documents, pointing in the right direction, as well as anything else related to that, gathering information. If you do not have insurance, they'll help with providing you the resources on different programs to apply for, different fundings you can apply for, and will be with you every step of the way to make sure that you have what you need. As we continue to move through the Navigator program, even before it started, we've been able to assess that this is needed longer than 6 months. So we've got and received approval from the province that we are going to actually extend this another 6 months. So this position will be a full-time position for at least 12 months. And at the end of that 12 months, we'll continue to identify the need and work with the province to ensure we have the allocated resources to support the people affected. As of for the numbers from the Red Cross, the recent numbers we have is 577 residents have checked in to the Red Cross, as well as 307 households. So we're slowly making progress, and I still encourage people to reach out and register with the Red Cross to make sure that you're getting all the required resources possible. And it's also for us to be able to reach you in case we need to provide news or updates, or if we're at that point to start returning home. Also, in regards to the funding that was released earlier in the week from the Premier, in regards to the 500 per adult and then 200 per child. We've had a report that as of last night, 20 applications have been processed, which is great news considering the application just was opened late yesterday. And the province will be ensuring that it's a streamlined process and that they will be expedited to make sure that they're completed in a timely manner. I have personally looked at the application process, and I can assure the residents that it's a very simple process. And it even has areas that are self-populating. So you just have to start with your address, and it will identify that you are in the affected evacuation point. As that process goes on, right now the information will come to us and the checks will come to us, and we'll make arrangements to get them to the affected members as soon as possible. We continue to work with the province to make sure that we can again streamline the process, and they will be working with the evacuees to obtain direct deposit information. That way, as soon as it's processed, it can be deposited right directly in your bank account and no check required. So I encourage people as that comes on to fill out that information when requested. That way it will even speed up the process even faster. Our community rec department has been working with the local volunteer leadership at the West Dalhousie Community Center and has arranged another kids activity day for this coming Monday, and it will be from 2 until 4. Our rec department will be there on hand to set up activities and run kids games, as well as providing different levels of support. And this is a good time for the community to come together and all the evacuated individuals to take advantage of a normal type activity so you can have that respite care that you might need. That is currently all I have right now, Nadine.
Thank you, Deputy Warden. Do we have any questions? he was pretty thorough in his update, but
Well, it's a
Sheldon, do
lot
you
of
have a
positive
question?
news today, so it was easy to do.
That's right. It's fairly all good news today. Sheldon, please go ahead.
Sheldon McLeod, MBS Radio. Thank you guys for all of your availability throughout this. And I guess really the question on a lot of people's minds is one that you can't answer, which is how much longer before people are allowed to go home?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I know that people are very anxious. We are anxious for those individuals and working very hand in hand with Department of Natural Resources. But we want to ensure people that as soon as it is safe to do so, and Department of Natural Resources advises that, okay, we are able to start allowing people to go back home, we will be acting on that as soon as possible. We're not going to provide any delays. So once that happens, we will step back some of the evacuation orders. Most likely, it's going to be a standard approach. So areas that are further away that have less risk will most likely be the ones opened up first. So, it's not going to be just everyone going home at once. We still have a long ways to go for the members that are in the area with the most amount of damage. As you can imagine, there's a lot of prep work that has to be done to ensure it is safe for the return to that area, and we don't want to cause any more damage or any more stress to the families. So we want to make sure that everything is done right, everything is safe, and we have to move with it. But in regards to returning to home when that time comes, due to it being an active forest fire and it's still out of control, we have to really instill in people and remind them that when we open this back up and you go back home, there may be a situation where we put a certain area on a alert, just like we've done in the past of 4 or 5 hour alert. But we just want to make sure that when you go back home, you still have to be prepared if something was to happen. I know that DNR is working diligently to make sure that this fire becomes under control. And we are all hoping every day that we get that phone call saying that we are finally in a situation that this is under control. But we're still not out of the woods yet. We still have a ways to go, but we'll continue to be here to support everybody. And that is our sole purpose at the municipality right now. Our sole focus is on our residents and supporting everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you
Deputy
for that. I
Warden.
guess if I did have a follow-up, it would be a really boring process question because you mentioned the extension of the local state of emergency gives you more power to do certain things to help your community. Can you give me for instance?
So I wouldn't say it gives us more power. It's just an extension of the power that is already within it. So by extending the local state of emergency, it just allows us to continue to get the extra resources needed to help people. So I know that we have a lot of people that are working on different barricades. We have people that have come in with heavy equipment. And the fact that we're in a local state of emergency also helps Department of Natural Resources in getting their resources they're needed to fight the fire. What we just did today with the extension is not any addition to powers that we already have. It's just to continue this process so we can continue to support and provide resources to fight this fire and support our residents.
I'm good. You should take the rest of the day off.
I'm going to get you to talk to our boss. Thank you, Sheldon. Is that everything for today? It was a quick session, but I think a productive one. We are going to be taking a pause over the long weekend, but we will be back Tuesday at 3 p.m. So if there's no further questions, we will close up now. And I just want to thank everyone for joining us and for joining us since the get. I really appreciate the support the media has given us. It's been instrumental in helping us keep, spirits up and everyone positive. So we really appreciate it. And I wish you all a very happy long weekend and take care and be kind.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.